The story of Emily and the colorful school. Once upon a time, there was a big, colorful school named Rainbow School. Every morning, the school's doors would open with cheerful laughter and little hands would hug their teachers with excitement. One day, a little girl named Emily started at Rainbow School. She was a bit nervous at first, but the colorful classrooms, friendly teachers, and new friends made her feel happy. In the classroom library, Emily found a book with a beautiful cover. It had a picture of a dragon and a princess. Emily was mesmerized by the book and asked her teacher to read it to her. The teacher smiled and took Emily in her lap. "Of course, Emily," she said. "This book is a fairy tale. It tells the story of a princess who befriends a dragon." As the teacher read the book to Emily, her imagination took flight. She felt like she was inside the fairy tale, sharing the adventures of the princess and the dragon. She was so excited that she exclaimed, "More, more," when the reading was over. From that day on, Emily became eager to read. She would borrow books from the library and try to learn how to read. She recognized letters and words, and each book she read took her to a new world. Emily's love of reading inspired other children as well. They started reading books together, telling each other stories, and developing their imaginations and vocabulary. The colorful doors of Rainbow School opened not only to knowledge but also to imagination. Emily and her friends traveled to different worlds through reading. The school became not just an educational institution but also a land of adventure for them. At the end of the story, Emily says, "Rainbow School is a wonderful place because we learn to read here. And reading is a wonderful thing because it takes us to different worlds." Emily's story doesn't end there. As she continues to read, she learns new words and her imagination expands even further. She looks forward to reading time with her friends. They act out the stories they read together, play games, and burst into laughter. One day, Emily hears her teacher say, "You can also write your own stories." This idea excites Emily. She goes home and starts writing her own story. In her story, she talks about a rabbit who loves to read. The rabbit learns new things and travels to different worlds as it reads. After finishing her story, Emily shows it to her teacher. The teacher loves Emily's story and reads it in class. Emily's friends also love the story and congratulate her. From that day on, Emily continues to write her own stories. In each story, she tells a different adventure. She creates amazing worlds using her imagination and words. Inspired by Emily, her friends also start writing their own stories. The library of Rainbow School is filled with the stories of Emily and her friends. Each child puts their own story in the library and shares it with other children. The library has become a center not only for books but also for imagination and creativity. The stories of Emily and her friends spread to other schools. Children travel to different worlds by reading each other's stories. They begin to make the world a better place using their imagination and words. Emily's story shows us that reading is important not only for gaining knowledge but also for developing our imagination and expressing ourselves. As we read, we can travel to new worlds, meet different characters, and create our own stories. Is this the end of the story? No, This is just a beginning. The stories of Emily and her friends will continue. Their imaginations will continue to light up the world forever.